villager. Hello! People of YouTube, hello and welcome. My name is NinjaMan777 and today I'm going to be showing you, yes, you, how to make your very own talking villagers. Let's hop right into this video. Okay, so when most people say they've made talking villagers, this is generally what they have. This is stupid. No offense to anyone, but it's literally just a villager inside a fence. You press a button, it does this little command block thing. Okay? This is not what we're doing. This is boring. It doesn't seem like you're talking to at all. So, screw this. Let me show you guys how it's done. So here we have our villager. His name is Lenny. He's a blacksmith and he's going to be helping us today. So as you can see, as soon as we get close to Lenny, he says, "Hi, I'm Lenny." This is quite awesome, and also it's super simple. See these command blocks right here? It only takes 3 command blocks and a comparator. That's it. It's super simple. And the coolest part is that they don't have to stay in one spot. Lenny can go walk off wherever he wants to. Now right now he doesn't. There we go. See, look. He can walk wherever he wants, and as soon as he gets close, he says, "Hi, I'm Lenny." It's just really beautiful, and it's so easy. So, now that I've shown you how we're going to be doing this, let's start building. Okay, so the first thing that we need in order to get our talking villagers is command blocks. Now, if you don't know, command blocks cannot be found in the creative menu. You can only get them with commands, which, I mean, it kind of makes sense. You need commands to get your command blocks. So you go into the chat and put /give@s, which stands for yourself, and then you put command_block. Now once you have that typed in, make sure to check for spelling, because if you spell it incorrectly, it will not work. Just click enter and it will give you your command block. Now command blocks are set to the orange or impulse mode by default, so we're going to place them out like this. Whoops, sorry about that. We're going to place it like this, and it's very important that the arrows are going this way because the arrows control where the command is going. So in order for them to all work together, you need to have the arrows working in sync. Whoops, that is actually not right. It's like this. There we go. So what you're going to do is you're going to go to the first one, change it to a repeat block, and always active. Now what this is going to do is it's going to make it so the command will cycle over and over and over again. And the always active will make it so it doesn't need a redstone signal. That way it'll work no matter what. So then what we're going to do is we're going to put in this very long command, but I'll walk you through each part. So first we're going to type in execute, which is basically what it does is it executes the command in place of an entity, which is the villager. So we're going to put @e, which stands for @entities, and then we put a little square bracket and type equals villager. Now this will make it so it'll only target villagers. Then we add in a name so that it won't target all villagers, it'll only target that specific villager. So how about we put Kai? I like that name. How about that? So we put in Kai, and then you go and you have to find this character right here. This little squiggly thing. I believe it's called like a tilde. Yeah, it's called a tilde. It's not in the same place in all keyboards, so you might have to do some searching. But basically these 3 tildes are just the coordinates for the origin of the command. I don't exactly know why that is important, but if you don't put them in, then the command won't work. So make sure to have those in there. Then you're going to put testfor, which is going to basically make it so the villager that we already have set up is testing for @p, so at the closest player. Then you put in r equals 3, which basically means, and make sure to have that in square brackets, but what that means is radius of 3. So what this command is doing is it's executing the command as a villager named Kai to test for any player within 3 blocks. Now the next thing we're going to need to do is we're going to go and we're going to change this to, actually no, we keep this as an impulse block, and then we put in execute at entity again, because we're going to be targeting our villager, and we put type equals villager, the same thing that we put in last time, so that we'll target our villager named Kai, and then we put in those 3 squiggles again, and except this time we put TP, so oops, TP, okay, TP, there we go, and then we put at self. TP stands for teleport, at S, so it'll teleport itself. And then we put the 3 squiggled lines again, which basically makes it so that the villager will teleport exactly where it already is, because the tilde stands for wherever the thing already is. And then you put facing at P. So basically what this command will do is it'll make it so every time, it'll basically make it so that the villager will turn towards you so that it looks like it's looking at you. Which, well, no, it will be looking at you because it'll turn around and face you. Then for this next one, we put chain and then always active. And then we type in the very simple command, say, and then whatever you want it to say. How about we say, hi, how are you? There we go. It's as simple as that. You put whatever you want it to say right here, and it'll say it. So then another very important step is where it says hover note. You tap in there, and you put the name of your villager. So that'll make it so it'll say it as the villager, because in the chat it'll show Kai said this. So then you're going to go and you're going to get your comparator, which can be found in the creative menu under the little bed. You grab that comparator, and what the comparator is going to do is it's going to test for when this command has been completed, and then it will emit a pulse, and that will make it so that our villager will say whatever we want it to say. So then now what we're going to do is we are going to grab a villager spawn egg from the nature menu. Bada boom, bada bing. And we are going to spawn our villager. Alright, for this next part, you're going to need a villager spawn egg, a villager spawn egg, a name tag, and an anvil. Now, these last 2 are optional. You can also grab some oak fence and oak fence gate in case you want to keep your villager contained so he doesn't get off. So we're just going to slap down this anvil here, open it up, and place in our name tag. Now make sure when you're naming the name tag that it's exactly the same as what you put in the command blocks, because if it's not exactly letter for letter, uppercase, lowercase, everything isn't exactly the same, then the command will not work. I repeat, it won't work at all if you don't put in the correct name. So make sure to double check that. Now we're just going to hurry and place down this little oak fence circle right here, and as soon as we're done with that, we're going to plop a villager down in here. Then we're going to take our name tag, and we're going to name our villager. And now, as you can see, since we're close enough, it immediately says, hi, how are you? And then if we come back, hi, how are you? It works like a charm. As soon as we get close to it, it says exactly what we want it to say, and also it will turn around to face us. So if we sneak up behind it, oh, you're a sneaky one. So you're trying to see me? You trying to see me? I'm trying to sneak up on you, sir. But yeah, it'll immediately turn to face where you are. See? Anyway, so if you have all the commands in correctly, it should work as intended. If it is not working for you right now, if you're trying to do this and it's just not working out, check all of your commands, make sure that all the spelling is right, make sure that you have the square brackets, make sure that everything is perfect, because if not, then the commands will not work. If you're having problems, then just leave it down in the comment section below and I will definitely respond and help you out. And for those of you who are too lazy to actually do this with me, don't worry, I'm going to paste all of these down into the description below. So now we can just let our little friend Kai run around and be free, and no matter where he goes, we'll be able to talk to him now. It appears that he doesn't really want to. Oh, there we go. Now, see? He can walk off wherever he wants to go. Looks like he's heading over to my little building, and as soon as we get close, he turns around and says, "Hi, how are you?" Works like a charm. Now that we've created our talking villagers, I wanted to show you guys some of the cool applications that we can use for this. Now, for the sake of demonstration, all these villagers are stuck in place. We have James, we have Jose, and we have Frank. They're all stuck in place just so that I could show you how all of these different applications work, because I didn't want them running off. However, just keep in mind, they can go wherever you want them to. They can walk off, they can do anything you want, and the talking will still work. Now, if we come over to our boy James right here, we have to get a little close. He says, "Hi, I'm James. Who are you?" Now this shows that you can have timed messages set up, so all you have to do is slap in some repeaters and it makes it so that you can have multiple messages, or you can have it in a sequence or stuff like that. And then over here we have a really cool setup. We walk over to Frank and he says hello. But then when we come back to Frank, he says, "Oh, it's you again." So basically we've set up an alternating chain, so every time we get close, he either says hello or, "Oh, it's you again." So this is a really neat way to spice things up so that you don't have the villagers saying the same thing over and over and over again. I'll show you guys the technicalities of the redstone if you're interested a little bit later. Also, if I'm starting to bore you, please stay tuned, because at the end of this video I have something that's going to blow your guys' mind. I know you're going to love it. So back here we have Jose, and if we walk up to Jose, he says, "Could you remove this cobweb, please?" Now, as soon as you remove that cobweb, he says, "Thank you." Isn't that cool? So you could set it up so that these villagers can interact with the world, so that they give you certain tasks, whatever you want them to do, and they'll say certain things. It has like ultimate potential, especially for map makers. So if you're an aspiring map maker out there, you need to try this technique, because it's super duper useful. Now, for those of you that are interested in the technicalities of the redstone, back here I just have basically the exact same setup as before. We have our testfor block right here that's testing for the player. And then we have, on these ones I set it up so that you had a repeating block for the facing, so that they would stay facing at you, because I kind of liked it like that. And then I just have 3 different messages that are just timed so that it does it correctly. Then over here, this is for Jose. All I had to do was do it so that we have our it's like one gives one message, one gives the other. And then over here, right above up there, you can see it right there. As soon as it tests and find that the place where the cobweb is air, it sets this block back here to air, and this block over here to redstone dust. So now the current is going to the other one. And then this one, it's super duper simple. All you gotta do right here is you just have an alternating redstone signal, so it'll just go back and forth based on whatever thing you get. So whenever you get, so this will automatically place a redstone block, and whenever so it'll be connected to this one right here, and then that'll switch the redstone, because you can see we have some that switch the redstone wires over with a set block, and that's it. It just goes back and forth, and that's how James' alternating message works. Okay guys, here is the coolest part about this. The absolutely most awesomely, mind-numbingly amazing part. This works on any entity. Here we have a parrot named Polly. As soon as we get close, it says, "Rah! Polly wants a cracker." Over here we have a wolf. I've named him Rex. And as soon as he gets close, we get close, he says, "When's lunchtime?" I even have over here, let's change our game mode to survival and spawn this zombie. As soon as it gets close to us, it says, "I will eat your flesh." How cool is that? Whoops. You guys are not supposed to see this. This is a project I am working on, so just avert your eyes. Anyway, so yeah, you can literally make any entity you want talk. You can make wolves talk. You can make parrots talk. You can make zombies talk. Heck, you can even make endermites talk, although I don't know why you'd really want to do that. They're kind of pointless. Anyway, that about wraps up this video. I hope you guys now understand how to make your very own talking villagers, or any sort of talking entity for that matter. If you enjoyed this video, please leave a thumbs up, comment in the comment section below, and I will definitely respond. Subscribe if you like what you see, and thank you so much for watching, guys. My name is NinjaMan777, and I'll see you next time.